It's time. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with
Keith Krikorian.
What'd you do today?
Oh, well, I started off by winning the expert division at 160 and under.
Okay.
And then I went to the absolute division. I won 4 matches, 3 by heel hook, sorry. 1 in the semifinals was by the fastest escape time.
Pretty amazing, though. I have to say this. You and Neil had a solid match that was going on. One of the hardest things about him is he has really good top pressure. Yes. So when he was really starting to mount that on you, I noticed that you didn't freeze up. You had to take a moment, recalibrate. What was going through your mind as that happened?
A lot of times with these absolute tournaments, when you concede bottom position to these huge guys, you have to remain patient. It was one thing that Catherine did very well was Colleen is a little bit bigger than her. She was trying to pressure that shin on her neck. She was trying to put her forearm in her neck, intimidate her, suck the will out of her. Mm-hmm. When you're in these absolute tournaments and you're on the bottom, you need to remain calm on the bottom because you have to think about 3 things, I should say. 1 would be defending their submissions. 2 would be defending and then attacking your own submissions. 3 would be the possibility of taking it to overtime, so you need to conserve energy as much as possible.
Sure, that makes sense, and it's a smart strategy, especially when you get into those 9th minutes of any kind of 10-minute regulation. We had 8 minutes over here today, but still a grueling day nonetheless, especially yesterday when you're competing. Now, we got a chance to talk after it was all said and done. How did you feel about your performance in our discussion?
Well, you know what? I felt great. I do always look for the finish in regulation. So my semifinals match, I wish that I had finished Patrick. I respect Patrick a great amount. Yeah. He's a phenomenal, I believe, brown belt under Eddie. And, I'm always looking for the finish. I hate winning by escape time. My 3 matches, so I competed last night as well against a black belt, and I went into overtime. I was really bummed because I'm always looking for that submission in regulation. And then today, my 2 matches in that division, different division, but today, they both went into escape, or they went into overtime. 1 was escape time, 1 was with the rear naked in the finish. But still, I'm looking for that sub in regulation. That's what the top guys need to get if they're gonna create a name for them.
Is that a goal for you? Is that a goal to be a top guy?
Absolutely, I want to be the best in the world.
It's a good attitude. You're already off to a very good start so far. And you're what? How old are you?
19. Catherine Shen is 18.
All right. Well,
legal. No, I was pointing out how young she was, but
what's
also
funny?
Legal.
Yeah, no, I got it. The audience is way ahead of you, kid.
Audience, she's legal.
Nope. Still ahead of you.
I maybe went too far. Sorry.
Yep. Definitely not talking like a 19-year-old. Here's the important thing. I like this kid because he was calling me Mr. Esparza in the between all of this filming, and that's a lot to take in because nobody calls me Mr. Esparza in Jiu-Jitsu. Why? Just look at me. Look at this hat I'm wearing. I think it's
awesome.
I have a beard. I'm distinguised.
You're the Joe Rogan of Jiu-Jitsu.
I am. You know what? Thank you very much, kid. I'm going to go nicer than you. I had a joke in the chamber, but you know what?
Oh, boy.
You used that. Well, the reason why I was going to say a joke was this. I asked you how you felt your post-speech went with me. And you answered match analysis, which is fine. It's fine. But how do you feel you did in the post speech with me?
Oh, terrible. I mean, I wasn't expecting you to interview me. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not necessarily the most comfortable public speaker. This is easier because there's not as many people here. But when everyone's watching, oh boy.
But you can get in there and compete in front of everybody. But then I gotta make words.
I don't have to talk when I'm competing.
Well, that's where you're wrong. You are in a part of a conversation. That's why it's an art. So there is that. I will say this, kid. I think that you have, again, I told you this, and maybe you can rephrase what I told you, but tell people what I told you when I saw you earlier today.
I believe that you told me that one of my instructors, Gio Martinez, was talking very highly of me, which I appreciate, Gio. Thank you so much. And you told me you were going to keep an eye on me today, and you were going to keep an eye out for my future, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, man. I really think, it's one of the fun parts of this game is getting to appreciate jiu-jitsu when it really, really comes together. And like I said, you're only 19, so we're lucky that we're just seeing the beginnings of it. And if you're already giving troubles to black belts and high-caliber athletes, there's nothing but for future promise for especially the team that you're working with. So shout out that team right now.
Yeah, shout out to 10 Planet San Diego. I'm also at 10 Planet Monster Squad up at Costa Mesa and Irvine, Buena Park, Orange, because I go to school at Cal State Fullerton. But my home school is 10 Planet San Diego. Shout out to everyone down there. And
absolutely.
Of course, Boogie and Gio. couldn't do it without you guys.
Absolutely. And now I know to avoid you anytime I go over to Costa Mesa. I'm going to have you on the other side of the mats, and I'm just going to make sure we never roll. I've seen what you do. You think just because you smile, you're going to make me forget, like, does this kid know heel hooks well? Uh-oh. Well, he smiled at me, so there's that. Listen.
Come on, guys who smile can't know heel hooks. It's only for the evil, the dark arts.
The dark arts.
I think Anakin Skywalker, before he turned into Darth Vader, knew heel hooks. He learned heel hooks.
What's wrong with you? Every one of the 10th Planet kids seems to be like, this Anakin kid was okay. He's a little bit misunderstood.
He got a bad rap, let's be real. He ended up balancing the light and the dark side of the Force, let's be real.
I got to say this. I really did say
Shout
that.
out Anakin Skywalker. Sorry.
He's not a real person.
Okay.
Just...
All right. Hayden Christensen could have an awesome
No,
career if
no.
it weren't for that performance, but he's a great actor.
Is he a great actor?
He's a phenomenal actor. Dialogue in the prequels was trash, but he did great. Sorry.
What movie was he
Hayden
good
Christensen,
in?
if you're watching this,
He's not watching. Don't try that.
he's maybe watching. I love you.
Definitely. Why do you? What performance was he good at?
Come on. I'm gonna say Jumper. First
Okay.
off, was phenomenal.
It was pretty good, but I don't know that I was like, oh man, he's amazing. Go on.
Revenge of the Sith. You didn't love that movie?
Do you do the sand line ever?
Oh, you bet your ass. I hate sand. Didn't really ask you about the sand, Anakin. You don't want to flirt with me a little bit? For anyone who doesn't understand, that's a hardcore Star Wars nerd reference.
No. All you nerds know that.
Yeah,
The movies have
Come
made
on,
some
there's only
money.
nerds watching this. Let's be real.
I mean, really, the people who have made it this long in the interview have lost all respect for me and love you. I know that's what's happened.
Oh, man.
But
I can't disagree. I'm kidding.
don't agree with me on that. All right, I'm going to say this before I forget it or I regret it, but I really do mean that. I did tell him that off air, and I did say that for this specific reason. Even if you had won, win or lose today, I was just excited to see what you were going to bring because I knew that you bring a high caliber of wanting to compete at a high level.
Yes, sir.
And those are the people we look for here at the U.S. Submission League. So will you come back and compete with us some more?
Absolutely, 100%. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone who was working today. I know Eric competed. He made it to the semis at Ultimate Mat Warriors last night, and he practically got no sleep and then worked the whole day today. Shout out to all the competitors, all the workers, Mr. Sparza especially. Thank you so much.
I mean, I'm not your fourth grade teacher. All right. Anyway, on behalf of all of us here, I just want to say thank you again for your jiu-jitsu. I really, really appreciate your time, kid.
You so much.
You've got a strong grip. I don't like it. Anyway, guys, keep it locked here at USSGL.com.